If we were to draw a picture of a human being, a person, okay, we could draw the head, the body, the arms, the legs, etc., right? That's the obvious, clear, easy part. But that's not the whole person. Now you have to draw the other parts. Draw the intellect. Draw the personality. Draw the emotions, love, hate, etc. Draw the ability to reason. Draw the ability to solve problems. And all of the many, many other mental abilities. That's the person. That's the life. That's the true person. And you know what? Think about this logically. The body, which is easy to draw, is going to die. It's temporary. It's the part of you, it's the only part of you that gets buried in the ground at the funeral and decomposes. The other part, what is the other part? The other parts, plural. The intellect, the thought, the ability to reason, etc. That's all invisible. That's all invisible, and that is the real you. That is your real life. That we have no reason to believe is going to end at the same time your temporary body is going to end. We have no reason to believe. We have no reason to believe, really, we have no reason to believe that that spiritual part of you is going to end. I did just now add a definition there. Spirit, spiritual. Since the body we know is tangible, is physical, is visible, we know it's made of matter, right? Okay, so what is the other stuff made of? It's spirit. That's the only other explanation. You know, I'm open to hear if somebody comes up with another explanation for what that is. It's spirit. That's your life. It's your spirit. It's your spirit. And these people with materialistic worldviews can't perceive the spirit, even though they have it living inside their temporary fleshly body, and they use it every day. They use that thought and that intellect and that ability to reason and everything else and all the emotions. They use that life every day, all the time, constantly throughout. It never stops being used, ever. You make decisions with it. Like, what am I going to eat today? Even simple decisions and major decisions. You think about things so that you can make a decision. You weigh good and bad, right and wrong, etc. That's your mind. That's your heart. That's your spirit. That's your life. That's your spirit. Now, to those of you out there who think you're so smart, with a world view, with a materialistic worldview exclusively, thinking there cannot possibly be anything else other than matter. That's where we all came from, is matter. Even though we know matter is temporary, which is proof that it cannot possibly progress to a permanency of any kind. It's temporary. Matter is temporary. The spirit is not temporary. Okay? Now, to you who think you're so smart with that materialistic worldview of yours, you know what you're like? You know what you're like? And this, I can't accredit myself with this. This is awesome. I read this. Somebody else came up with it. I read this online, and I love it. It's like a blind person who is born blind, has never seen anything with his eyes, ever. And he comes up to you, who has perfect sight, and says to you, I don't believe in color. I don't believe in color. What is color? I heard about it. I hear people talking about it. Blue, red, yellow. What is that? It doesn't even make any sense to me. I can't perceive it. I don't understand it. So I don't believe it exists. And they're telling this to you who sees color all the time. You know it's real. And they're telling you this. They're saying, I believe that people who believe in color are delusional. There is no such thing as color because I can't see it, the blind man says. So it couldn't possibly exist. I can't perceive it. I can't conceive it. I can't understand it. That's all it is. You just don't understand. We who know the Spirit, who know God, yes, we do know God. We know the Spirit just as well as you know color. We know Him. And when you come to us and tell us that we're delusional, that we believe in a fairy godfather or whatever goofy thing you say about it, all you're doing is proclaiming how ignorant you are and how void of logic and understanding. And you know what? Shakespeare said, there are greater things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophies. That's like one of my favorite quotes because it's so true. It's true. The things that are out there are greater than what you could even imagine. And you think you're so smart and you think you could figure it out. You think you could figure it out scientifically, forensically. You know, I love forensic science. It's awesome, but some things you cannot figure out forensically. You just can't. You can't figure out the origin of the universe and the origin of people and the origin of life. It's impossible. You don't have enough data in your brain, in your mind, to understand what you need to calculate to figure this out. Because the ingredients that you need to calculate, those are even way beyond your understanding. You don't even know what you're dealing with. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know. The Spirit is real. You use it every day and you're in denial, which is proving your stupidity. You're in denial about it. You use it every day. Do you make decisions today? This morning, did you decide what you wanted for breakfast? That's your life. It's not a mixture of chemicals in a chemical soup like some of like all of you materialistic worldview scientists believe. No, it's not matter. It's not matter. The Spirit is invisible. The Spirit is invisible. And you can't hold it in your hand like you can with matter. It's a totally different thing. It's a different dimension that exists within this current dimension. It's the spiritual dimension. And that's where God exists. He's all around. He's infinite. He's eternal. So you guys are just dogmatic and insane.